Today, we tell the story of government surveillance, a tale as old as the state itself. In the 1800s, the world was changing rapidly. The advent of the telegraph revolutionized communication, shrinking the world and accelerating the flow of information in ways previously unimaginable. But with these technological strides came a dark undercurrent of concern. People feared that their newfound connectivity also made them vulnerable to government overreach and invasion of privacy. In the early 19th century, the telegraph was hailed as a marvel of human ingenuity. Messages that once took weeks to traverse continents could now be sent in mere minutes. Samuel Morse, the telegraph's co-inventor, might not have foreseen the dual-edged sword he had created. While businesses thrived and societies interconnected, governments quickly realized the power of this technology. By tapping into telegraph lines, they could monitor and control the flow of information, spying on citizens and suppressing dissent. The fear of invasive government control wasn't unfounded. In the United States, during the Civil War, the Union Army used telegraph networks to intercept Confederate communications. This wartime necessity planted the seeds for a future where surveillance would become more sophisticated and pervasive. Fast forward to the 20th century, and we see the evolution of surveillance tools. The invention of the telephone brought a new wave of anxiety. Governments, particularly during times of conflict, didn't shy away from eavesdropping on conversations. The world wars saw the implementation of extensive espionage and surveillance programs, with governments justifying these measures as necessary for national security. However, it was during the Cold War that surveillance technology truly advanced. The establishment of the National Security Agency in 1952 marked a significant escalation in government spying capabilities. The NSA's mission was to intercept and decode foreign communications, but its reach soon extended domestically. The American public, largely unaware, was being watched. The digital age brought unprecedented changes. The internet transformed global communication, but it also became a fertile ground for surveillance. Governments around the world recognized the potential of digital data, a treasure trove of information that could be mined for intelligence. Enter Edward Snowden. In 2013, this former NSA contractor shook the world with his revelations. Snowden exposed the extent of government surveillance, revealing programs that collected data on millions of people without their knowledge or consent. PRISM, one of the most controversial programs, allowed the NSA direct access to the servers of major tech companies, harvesting emails, chat logs, and other private data. Snowden's disclosures confirmed the fears that had been simmering for centuries. The governments, given the tools, would overstep their bounds and invade personal privacy under the guise of security. His revelations sparked a global debate about the balance between national security and individual privacy. Citizens and lawmakers alike were forced to confront uncomfortable truths about the extent to which they were being watched. Today, the legacy of Snowden's leaks continues to shape our world. Surveillance technology has only become more advanced. Governments deploy sophisticated algorithms to monitor online behavior, track movements through mobile devices, and even predict potential threats before they materialize. The line between security and privacy has never been blurrier. As we navigate this complex landscape, it's essential to ask ourselves, at what point does the quest for security undermine the very freedoms it seeks to protect? Can we trust those in power to use surveillance tools responsibly? Or will history repeat itself, proving once again that absolute power corrupts absolutely? So, dear listener, as you reflect on the evolution of government surveillance from the telegraph to the internet age, consider this. How much privacy are you willing to sacrifice for the promise of security, and who watches the watchers? Join us again for more questions of reality and mysteries unsolved. Until next time, friends. Oh, really?